Just because is my favorite line item. Art, audacity, and the beautiful rebellion of choosing what sees you. I've always known where my money feels most alive. Growth receives devotion. Expansion earns a yes. I've never had a problem investing in my business or my own personal growth. Those are the easiest dollars I've ever spent. They move with purpose. They know their job. At the same time, I have clothes that are old enough to tell stories on me. They still fit, they're in great condition, so it rarely occurs to me to replace them. The same goes for dishes, furniture, my desk, my laptop. Functionality earns its keep and stays put. Even my generosity had choreography. Invisible lines drawn long ago, followed faithfully until something wiser began to stir. One category, though, always lived under the heading, just because. Books, music, crystals, and recently art. But even there, I had unconscious rules humming quietly in the background. Invisible ceilings, unspoken caps, prints only, palatable, polite. A nasty little whisper asking, who do you think you are to own an original? A few years ago, during a season when money was tight, I broke those rules. I bought my first piece of original art from one of my favorite artists, Dimitra Milan. Look her up, she's extraordinary. Or just jump on a call with me. My Zoom background makes a compelling case. The price tag read $8,000. Every cell in my body responded with a full body mine. So I found a way, the same way I always do when something true asks to come closer. When something speaks that clearly, logistics reorganize themselves to match your desire. That was the moment I realized rules dissolve fastest when devotion and delight enter the room. Beauty now slips right past the spreadsheet and takes a seat beside me, uninvited, undeniable, and entirely at home. I forget the piece's given name. I call her Moon Goddess. She lives right behind me, ever peering over my shoulder, steady and unflinching. And when I am stuck, daily, when I am sad, frequently, when I am scared, often, when I am joyful, daily, when I am confident, frequently, when I am on fire, often, she receives all of it. No judgment, no urgency, no demand. She sees the long arc when my vision narrows. She holds the horizon steady when my hands get tired. She reminds me who I am on the days I forget. Yes, that is a tremendous amount of power to place in just a piece of art. And that, my love, is the actual power of art. So this is a love letter to the artists of the world. I see you, I feel you, I thank you, I adore you. And every single person listening already belongs in that circle. Perhaps you paint, perhaps you write, perhaps you sculpt, perhaps you dance, perhaps you code, perhaps you hold space beautifully. Perhaps you design, perhaps you listen, perhaps you optimize, perhaps you heal, perhaps you count beans. Who, me? Hell yeah, me. Perhaps you speak, perhaps you guide, perhaps you see the truth through your lens. Perhaps. Whatever your instrument, it carries meaning. It shapes lives. It alters trajectories. It leaves fingerprints on legacy. Oh, love, what's the art that moves through you? Where does your creativity surface inside of your zone of genius? Tell us in the comments. Let us feel the beauty and artistry coursing through you so we can celebrate you. And if this piece has stirred something in you, you are warmly, gently, beautifully invited to join my paid Substack. Same writing, deeper proximity, more live experiences, conversations, and rooms where this way of relating to money, art, and power becomes a lived practice. You belong in spaces that reflect your depth, and your work deserves witnesses who recognize its weight. Reflection prompts. Where have you been generous with growth while staying overly practical with beauty? What unconscious rule around spending feels ready to dissolve through clarity and choice? What object, ritual, or presence reflects your future back to you with devotion? If your creativity was treated as art, what would change in how you protect and nourish it? Daily affirmation. I honor beauty as a powerful ally in my life. I allow myself to be seen by what I love. I invest in what steadies my vision and expands my capacity. My creativity shapes lives and legacies. I choose environments that rise with me. Postscript. Profit is protest, and so is buying what lights you up without writing a dissertation to justify it. Funding art, resonance, and delight trains your nervous system to expect support and teaches the world how you intend to be met.